Thank you very much for taking the time. I really, really, really appreciate you. The very first time I saw you, it was at the nail show in Sacramento,
Yes.
right? Now, it was 4 o'clock,
Yeah.
and I checked on the schedule for the show, and show was like 11 to 4.
Yeah.
Pretty much it was past 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
We walked to your booth, and we were talking about wax. My friend goes like, oh, I want to try these wax. And you're like so calm, so peaceful, so happy to, like, if it was first thing in the morning, you're like, oh, let me do it for you.
Yeah,
I
totally.
fell in love with you.
Aw, thank you. You're so sweet.
Because other times other people will be like, oh, yeah, we're closed. Sorry, we're done. It's the end of the day, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you were there
Wow.
for your customer, for your possible customers. I don't know. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, I was curious to get to know you more.
Okay.
That's why I'm here.
Okay.
Could you please introduce yourself?
Okay. My name is Yolanda, and I work here at Flow Yoga, and I built my business, and it's called Glow with Yo.
Nice, nice, nice. So let's go back. So you are a first generation, or
Yes.
so where are your parents from?
My dad is from Saguayo, Mexico.
Saguayo, that's Guanajuato.
Michoacán.
Oh, Michoacán.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
And my mom's from Guadalajara.
Ah, nice. I'm from Guadalajara. No wonder you're so beautiful.
Thank
The Guadalajara side. Yes.
They call us ojos de tapatía.
Claro. Have you been there?
Yes,
How do you like it?
I love it. I love Mexico.
See, come on now. The first impression that I get is like, are you very Latina? Like, are you proud of that?
I am actually, and you're maybe on a handful that has said that I'm a proud Latina, because I get a lot of like that I'm not, or that I might be Middle Eastern, or I get full Italian, because I have a little mix of that too. But yeah, like
No, the coquetas says it all.
the hoops. I cannot be without my hoops.
Ah, sí,
I
Latina.
can't. I can't.
Okay, a mí me gustaría to go back a little, like,
Okay.
how did you end up over here? Why?
Whew, I did a full circle. Cuando tenía 19, right after graduating high school, I went to massage therapy, and I got my massage therapy certificate and license. And at that time, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And then so my first professional job was to work as a physical therapist at a chiropractic office.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's always been about like helping someone. So I think that also correlates with when you saw me at the show. I just like to help. So if you have a question, I'm like, oh, let me try to help. You know, like I get eager about helping someone. So back to like my professional route, I guess you would say, is that no matter what I got into, I just wanted to help someone. So I've been a masseuse for over 23 years, and then I kind of put it on the back burner, and I went into paralegal, I went into office work, I also went into policing in the police department. I did that for about a year. Didn't get too far. And
So you were wearing like a police officer?
no, so I
outfit?
went into the academy. I went through all the agility, the testing, the background, everything. When it came down to the hiring portion of it, they had closed it down.
Aw.
So I was.
It was a sign.
It was a sign. So my mom said that. She goes, it was a sign, and no era para ti. And I'm like, no. So anyway, so then I've always been into sales, and I worked for La Roche-Posay. I've worked for Vichy. I worked for Renee Furter, so that Aven. So I've always worked for skincare brands. I also managed Hourglass for makeup. So I did a lot of that, but that was only because I just wanted to help people, you know? So it just came to like, when you're sitting in my chair and I'm doing your makeup, some mom would be like, oh my God, this is the first time I'm getting my makeup done. Like, I want this, this, that, and the other. And so I just helped them. So that was my way of like making them feel better, right? Pandemic hit and my market crashed. I got let go.
Ah.
Yeah. And then I sat and I said, well, what am I going to do now? You know, and my director, Patty, who works for Barrington, she said, I've been telling you to go get your license, go get your license. So I decided to go back to school full time. I didn't have a job. What else was I gonna do? It was harder to get another job what I was doing because I didn't have a license.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my license, and I had my massage table. I brought it home. I started taking clients at home, and I built my business from there. and then I came here, and I've been here for a year.
Wow. Oh my God. First of all, to walk in here is just beautiful. I'm already relaxed as soon as I close the door.
That's good.
So it's really, really cool. Now, I don't know. I think you're about my age, right?
I think so.
So let's not talk numbers.
Okay.
Just that's it.
42.
See, I told you. So, how does it feel to go back to school at that age?
It was okay. For me, I love education and I like learning new things. Mm-hmm. So I was excited. And I was going to say, and being around younger generations, like there was girls there that graduated high school with my daughter. So I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm like maybe the oldest one here, but I wasn't. It was okay. But learning from them and just maneuvering through and managing how they think and how they learn, it's very different from how I learn. I learn with my hands. They like learning from a book, and I just like, doing something. Yes. Mm-hmm. So if I see it done and it's explained to me, it'll stick to me a lot more, and it's easier for me. Yeah, it was starting all over. That was a little rocky, but I was excited through the whole thing. I never missed a day in school.
Wow.
Never.
Yeah. I love
because that was my goal. I'm getting my license. I'm gonna revamp myself. I need to reinvent myself as well, and I need to grow a new business. So that's what I did.
Well, how was your experience getting like the day of the license? I think it's easier. I got my license 17 years ago. I'm a cosmetologist. And I had to take a model and then the practical. Mm-hmm. You don't do all of that anymore.
We didn't have to do the practical. Yeah, it was all written. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How was it?
It was great.
Like
it was easy.
Because it's yeah. That's another thing, a very good thing. Like nowadays, like you don't have to worry about that. You don't pass because you're not really into it. Yeah. Honestly, that's it.
It's a lot of like sanitation and things that you have to be quick on your mind on how you're going to address something. If there's a concern, how do you get that taken care of? If someone's bleeding, how do you do that? You know what I mean? Like those type of things is that what comes up in the questions. And maybe it'll change later. I don't know. They're not always the same. But that was my case.
Nice. I feel like you have to, whatever you're doing, if you put effort and love into it, it's not stressful. It's just gonna be like nothing. Okay, what's next?
Exactly. To say that you put a little bit of yourself in, it's like a little love and this, that, like that's a lot of what I do. Like I care about all of my clients, and I have clients that come to me that just sit there and just cry from the first time that they meet me, and they're like, I don't know why I'm crying, but I just really love your energy. And I'm like,
I just told you, right? That is so funny.
It's so rewarding to me that I'm able to provide a space for someone to open up and just be happy in that space too. But it makes me happier to be able to like either hug them or make them feel better or just be there for them, right? It's just, I feel like it helps.
But it doesn't burn. Like when I used to own a beauty salon for 12 years. And I used to see even like 4 to 6 clients per day, every day, only one day off a week. And sometimes I would get home like drained, like tired, like you don't get that feeling because it's even worse with you because you get to touch them more.
I do get physically tired. I don't get emotionally tired or mentally overstimulated. I feel like I've created a system for myself where I just kind of have a little grounding and a little just escape for myself. As soon as I'm done with a client, I usually give myself about 15 minutes before I see another. And then I'm able to just kind of clarify because it doesn't stick to me. I'm able to I've learned to just kind of block that. I'm able to just help them and or just listen. So not too much like pouring into myself because they don't sometimes need that. They don't need that energy from you. They just kind of want to let it go.
Hello, no lo mereces.
Yeah. So, and then there's that too, right? Entre estar en el chisme. Pero no, he aprendido a separar mis emociones con los de ellos, porque si no, si yo me meto en las cosas de ellos, de las cosas que me están diciendo, like eso sí me atrae mucho.
Yeah, I know. Now, getting a facial, sometimes the first time you don't see a result, right? Or
No, I want to say, you're not going to see results of what you are coming to me for in that facial, in that initial facial, but you are going to see a difference. Results are given over time. And that also depends on the severity of whatever it is that you're coming to me for, whether it's acne, scarring, or hyperpigmentation, and or like dryness or texture on the face. That's in sessions. You're never going to get like the full shebang in one facial. Yeah.
How do you make clients come back?
First is my work. They love my work and they come back. But I also feel like I address what they're asking me for, and then I let them know, okay, I need to see you in 4 weeks, and I just book it. I don't find it productive if I just leave you the option. So if you were my client and we were done with the facial, I wouldn't ask you, okay, would you like to come back again?
No,
because then you have to think about it. So you're left with, well, I don't know, like, should I? Do I need to? You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm addressing you. You came to me for results, so I'm letting you know. Okay, so as of right now, Patty, I'm going to see you in 3 weeks because we're going to maneuver this, we're going to fix this, we're going to work on this, and then from here to there, I need you to do this at home.
Oh, wow.
So I give you homework, and then you come back, and then we reassess, and then from there we keep going.
But you can tell if I don't do my homework, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What are you going to tell me if I don't do my homework?
Well, we're going to say, well, I'll get a sponge and start spreading it. But no, it's just like, if you don't do your homework, you're investing time and money in yourself, and you're not doing yourself the favor. Okay, you're paying me to help you, but in the end, the most of the results come from home. If you continue on with your regimen, and then I can do my professional work on you, then it gets better. But if you don't, then you're just wasting your money.
Yeah, true.
And I'll let you know, you're wasting your money if you're not working with me.
You keep coming, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell me a story.
Like what?
I don't know, like a story of a client that didn't achieve the appointments, or a client that she did it and now she's happily ever after. I don't know.
Happily ever after. I don't have either one of those.
No?
No. My clients, when they have achieved their goal on their skincare, I push them out. I keep them on a routine, on a maintenance. Yeah. So I don't lose my client when they achieve their goals. We need to keep going. But you might not have to see me every 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Now I can see you every 2 to 3 months. So come back. Let's see what. New. So it's like, let's see how your skin does on its own with your own regimen. Keep doing it. They might buy products from me, or they'll text me and say I need something new, and I let them know. And then they'll come see me in like 3 months, and then we do it all over again.
Wow.
Yep.
That's really interesting.
Skin is always changing. It could be hormones, it could be the weather, it could be whatever you're eating, it could be a new workout, it could be anything, and your skin will change, and then you'll call me and say, something happened, I need you to come see this. Okay, well then come in.
Oh, it's a relationship, right?
It is totally a relationship. And then the first question, if I get someone that's like a first time client and then they're gone, well, they're not really into their own skin. They just want the facial, they want the experience, and then they go. You
don't text them, hey, what's up, nothing?
No. Yeah, they can go on to somebody else.
Yeah, because
I'm here more for treatments.
Like,
you'll be able to relax. I'll relax. You know, you get your facial massage and things like that. And I have other options on my listing or pricings. And yeah, I mean, if you're one and done, okay, great.
That's very interesting. Now, how do you advertise yourself?
Social media.
Always social media? That's it?
Mm-hmm. And word of mouth.
Yeah.
The biggest is word of mouth. I have had the most of my clientele from word of mouth.
Wow. Do you still have a business card?
I do.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, because sometimes I feel like not everybody has a business card anymore.
I know, because everything is like, oh, do you have social media? Do you have this? Do you have that? But I still have like my business card and my phone number, you know, and like my booking link and social media on there. And so just go through there.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Now, I saw you at the show. How did you get there? How did you get to work at a...
So that goes back to Patty with Meriden. So when I got my license, she goes, okay, I need you to work with our wax. I've known her for over 30 years. And I've been her model for multiple times in her classes and, and things like that. And so I'm very familiar with the wax and the process and the aftercare and the pre-care. And so she says, okay, well, now you have your license. So now I need you to work with the stuff for about a year, and then we're going to bring you on. You're going to start educating. And she goes, are you interested? And I was like, yeah, sure. Yes. Right. A year goes by. She calls me. She goes, you ready? And I go, yeah. And I had just moved here. I go, well, I just opened my business. And she goes, well, you can work it out. It'll be a day here and a day there. And then you're going to go to these schools and you're going to educate new estheticians on how to wax and the process and the modalities and things like that. And I said, okay. She goes, you ready? And I go, sure.
Well, you're up for the challenge. You love challenge.
I do. I actually do like the challenge. I use my nerves to push me through. If I'm nervous, I feel like, okay, it's the right thing for me to do because it's making me nervous and it's outside of my comfort zone. So I say, okay, good, let's do it. So she says, okay, let's do it. And I go, okay. She goes, here's the contract, sign this, that, and the other, you're hired. And I was like, okay. She goes, we're going to LA and I'm going to take you to your first class and I'm going to do the training and you're going to follow me through. And I'm like, okay.
Did you flew or did you drove?
We flew in.
How did you feel? Like, I'm traveling for work.
Well, it's normal for me from what I used to do.
Because you were her model.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, not only just her model, but because I worked for Renee Ferger. So I had all of Northern California and the Pacific Northwest, Oregon, and Seattle. So I would fly for work all the time and educate on product knowledge.
Oh, so it was like another day for you.
Yes. So it was very similar. Mm-hmm. But this time I felt like I usually go to professionals like yourself at the salon and tell you, okay, you're going to use this shampoo for someone that has scalp issues, this, that, and the other, and then you're going to introduce them to this product, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm going into a school to teach students on like how to and what to use and when to use it, for who to use it. And so I felt like there was a big difference for me and I got more nervous.
Aww.
So Patty goes, you're fine, you can handle it, you can do it. And I said, okay. So sure enough, I picked it up and I've been doing it ever since. So,
oh wow!
Yeah,
Where have you been? What places have you? What schools?
My major area of teaching is all of LA County right now. And yesterday I was at the College of San Mateo, and next week I will be in Paso Robles.
So like it's pretty much LA, California. And
yes. Mm-hmm.
That's exciting.
And I feel like going in with these younger students, I love to see the way that their mind works. So I don't separate myself too much from them and feel like I'm superior, not at all. Like I'm more like, I want to learn from you guys. Like, how do you do something? Or explain it to me.
So that you make them get your attention.
Yes, totally. Yeah. So I include them, basically I bring my world to them and I want to include myself in their world. So because I understand where they're coming from. Being a student, it's a lot of work and it's mentally draining. So I perk it up and I just make it fun for them. So hopefully that goes with all my classes. But so far so good. Like I haven't had any issues. Yeah.
That is very exciting. Now, when it comes to business, do you get paid like hourly or commission, or how does having a job like that works? Like, do they pay for your per diems? How does that work?
So I do have a per diem. With my contract with Barradin, I get paid per class.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm a contractor for them. Yeah.
Okay.
So it all varies with each company. Each company is very different. In my previous companies, I was a full-time employee and they provided a car, a corporate card. And so I just ran my entire market by myself. But that also has with the bottom line. Here with Barradin, my sole job is to teach them the Barradin way. The waxes, what we offer, the pre and the post care, how to treat the skin and what to look out for, and how to apply the wax and remove it. And then like letting them know what's the most efficient way to speed wax as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did that when you were doing the demo at the show.
Yeah, with the legs.
Yes. Now, you got this job because of your friend. But if I want to get a job like that, how do I start? Where do I look?
I've recommended a few places. I remember when I was starting off for freelancing and getting into, I guess, the cosmetic field. And I went into cosmetic peeps on Facebook. That was way back in the day, but it still exists. Another avenue is Indeed.
Oh, like just like that?
Yep. Just like that, because they put it out there. They want freelancers. Right now, freelancers are earning up to $30 an hour. Yeah, it has gone up. When I started, it was $20 an hour.
Oh, wow.
And even then, that was good money then, you know. But moving forward now, they're asking for anywhere between $25 to $30 an hour, depending on the company.
Wow, interesting. Do you think it's a good road to take, like to go?
It's a good way to expose yourself and kind of test yourself on what your way of doing sales and what you want to learn. When you go into cosmetics, it's all about what you're selling.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I never took it as a salesperson. I don't consider myself a salesperson. I was considering myself more of an educator all the time. Even when I was on the floor, maybe even at Sephora or Ulta's, I would teach the client. They would come to me and like, hi, you know, I'm looking for a moisturizer for acne, this, that, and the other. Even though I was representing a brand, one brand may not work for you. So I would tell them, oh, well, I know this other brand. I work for this brand. And if you're interested in learning anything about it, let me know. But I'm going to take you somewhere else to let you know what the product is that's going to work for you. Because for me, and in this field, that's what's going to be tested of you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't make sales, you get paid, but your hours get cut. So you're still kind of looking for another job.
Oh, they're looking at your numbers every time.
All the time. So that's what I mean by bottom line. They're always looking at the bottom line. If you make your sales, you gotta make your hours. So that it has to go vice versa.
So if you're teaching a class, of course it's gonna pay you for the class, but then you make commission for whatever
I
you
do
sell?
not make commissions, no. I don't take product to sell. I don't do any of that. I let the students know that they can sign up on the Veridim website for their pro account, and if they want to purchase anything from there, they can, but nothing comes towards me.
That gives me trust,
Yeah.
honestly, because, oh my God, I used to be a cosmetology instructor too, and we used to have vendors left and right, and they would just, oh yeah, you will buy it today, this and that, and one time I remember this student, she bought the pokey thingy, like to make aretes and stuff, the earrings. And I was like, oh my God, that looks so cheap. Like the cheapest thing ever. And she was so excited because she was going to change her life selling that service.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it's not truth. We both know it's not truth. But I was not going to break her bubble.
Yeah. That's the hard thing. And if someone comes into this field and can't succeed as far as making their sales, and they feel like less than when they're trying to sell something so hard, you know, that they don't believe in, then it just comes off very false. And I'm not gonna buy anything, right? You know, and for me, I come from the background of like, if Patty wasn't working for this company, and I knew about the company and I knew how great it worked, then I'm going to gravitate towards that company. If I don't like something, I'm not going to touch it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Some of these estheticians here know that there's some products that I just said, nope, not doing anymore.
Wow. Now, I'm a cosmetologist, but I honestly don't have experience on esthetician. Even when I was a cosmetology instructor, oh my God, the esthetician part, it used to drive me crazy. So I honestly don't know anything about product. What product do you use and why?
So I use Tuelle. Tuelle is part of Veridim, and I use their product because it's natural. It's made here in California, so they make it here in Concord. And
Concord, that's kind of like a local business.
Yeah, it's a local business. Yeah, and it's women created, women owned, and still ran. Yeah,
you're perfect.
Yeah. So the support goes towards that too. Plus, the product is wonderful. I love the product. They use natural ingredients. It's all vegan. And I point that out, not that like a lot of people are driven towards products like that. They're more like, just give it to me. If it works, then great. If not, then I don't care, right? But I like it because of those natural ingredients, and also because they work really well with all of my clients. I have they have specific lines for specific skin types, and so I'm able to like mix and match and make my own little concoctions.
Cocktail. Mm-hmm. We used to say call it cocktail, no?
Yeah, a little cocktail.
Mixing things.
Estheticians in the background, we're like little scientists, we're little chemists. Like we know how to mix things up, and then we'll create customized facials for each client.
Do you tell that to your client, like, okay, you're gonna take home these, but then mix it like this or something? Or?
No. I make it extremely simple for my client. They should be able to use a 1, 2, 3 step and then done. If I complicate it for someone, they're not going to come back. And not just not come back to me, but they're not going to come back to that product. Because if I complicate things for them, it gets too confusing. And so that makes the consumer not want to use the product at all.
So we want everything like simple, yeah. Okay, nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Now, how many hours a day you work or a week?
Oh my God, right now I'm working 6 days a week. I have 1 day off. Yeah. Typically in my space, I work Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays and Saturdays. And Sundays are always off, but Wednesdays and Thursdays I reserve them for when I teach.
You don't get tired?
I don't.
I know.
I don't. I'm always like on the go, and I can't wait to do the next thing. So I feel like for me, I'm such a busybody that I love doing different things all the time. And I love my space and my station because not only am I just waxing or doing facials, I'm also doing massages. So like throughout the day, I'm always doing something different.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you keep client record cards?
I do, but they're online.
Oh, so like as soon as the client is gone, you're like...
Yeah.
Now,
and the easiest thing for me is that I make notes on, I use Gloss Genius. And so all of my clients have a note that I include. And so right before they come in, Gloss Genius will text me the notes that I created the last time they came in. So I get a reminder. I go, oh yeah, I'm going to do this today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is so exciting. Do you write notes like, oh, we talk about, like, for example, to me, it used to happen that a client, I'm very old-fashioned. I still have a notebook. I'm in love with my notebook. And let's say she had an appointment, and then we booked her next appointment, and then for her next appointment, I write down that it's her birthday or that her cat died or something. And then when she comes, I'm like, oh, how are you after your cat is gone? Do you don't write reminders like that?
I'll do like if they mention anniversaries or birthdays. Yes. I want to say I have a good memory of like major events that they might go through, and then I'll ask them about it. But typically I see my clients like once a month or every 2 weeks. So it's very cut close. So I feel like I'm up to date with them all the time.
Aww.
And when it comes down to maybe surgeries, those I really do make a note of. Because it's important for me to know when they have their surgery and when I'm going to see them next. Because I do lymphatic drainage massage, it's very important for me. Yeah, so they'll let me know like, hey, I have a surgery coming up, this, that, and the other, and so how soon should I book it? And then I book them right in between that.
Oh, wow. What kind of services do you do then?
I have a lot of services.
So you won't say no to a client because you pretty much prepare for everything.
I'm pretty much prepared for everything and anything. But my bread and butter are lymphatic drainage massage. Yeah. So that's one of my main ones. Deep tissue and Swedish massage is another one. I do cupping as well. And then sports medicine, but I don't put it up there as a menu item because I like to mix and match like what the massage is going to be like on that day. So for my clients, that's why I'm different from everyone else, because when they come in, I ask them if there's something I need to concentrate on or how have they been or what's irritating them, because I customize their massage like on the spot.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So unbeknownst to them, and you're gonna get to know it now, is that I do a lot of freebies for them. Like I add something or I move something else, or I do something different for them, and I don't include it in their checkout, and they have no idea. So
I know exactly. I completely understand that part.
Yeah.
But it's because you really love what you do.
Exactly.
Like I remember at the salon, I used to have workers that they'd be like, oh, we're adding an extra color, that's $5 more. I'm like, what is $5 doing to you? Right. That extra color is going to make a whole difference to you. Yep. But they wouldn't, I don't know, some of them will understand, some of them they're for the money, and hey,
Yeah, I know. Everyone's different, and that's one thing. I've never really been about like the money. I just want them to leave happy and just content with what they're getting. So,
Exactly.
I just love doing it.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
I think it's really lovely. What do you do on a day off? Like out of work, out of everything, what do you do?
So I have 2 kids at home. I have a 17-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Aye, that's enough.
And now, as of a week ago, now I have 2 Rottweilers. So I have the 2 dogs, yeah. Usually it's sports. But I also, like, I work on the weekends, so they're either with their dad, they do their thing. And then I come around and I go and see them at their sports events or something like that. But on my day off, I like to be at home and clean.
Aww.
I love to clean and try to organize as much as I can, but I always feel like I'm always cleaning the one spot over and over and over because I can't get to something else. But yeah, that's pretty much what I like to do. Be at home and cook and be with the kids.
What do you cook? Mexican?
Yes.
What's your favorite dish?
Chiles rellenos.
You like to make chiles rellenos?
I love making chiles rellenos. That and birria.
Ay, qué bonito.
Yeah, I love making
Who
that.
taught you to do that?
The birria was taught to me by a friend. She's passed away, but she taught me how to make that years ago, and so I learned that, I memorized that. And the chiles rellenos, my mom taught me when I was 7 years old.
Just like my grandmother.
Yeah.
Every Sunday she would call us and be like, "What? ¿Qué quieren este domingo?" Because it was like a family reunion every Sunday. And we're like, chiles rellenos.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I was that age too when I learned how to do chiles rellenos.
Yeah, it was like la dama de la casa, right? I'm the only daughter.
Oh.
So I had to know how to clean and take care of my brother and make sure that I cooked by the time my parents came home from work. So I'm like, I'm only 8, 9, so, but don't worry about me.
Everything for you. Any traumas?
Let's not start that. That's for the next episode.
I think we all have that, no?
Yes. First child trauma, only daughter trauma. Next episode.
But you know what? I think that's a beautiful. I mean, if you see it in a bad way, yeah, it could be something.
I don't. I feel there was a lot of me that said, I never want to be like my mom, this, that, and growing up, and I know we're going off the subject right now, but I really appreciate being 100% domesticated. You tell me to clean something, I know how to do that. You tell me to iron something, I know how to do that. You tell me to sew something, I know how to do that. I can crochet if I wanted to too, right? Sure. You tell me, make me tortillas de harina, te las hago a mano. Tortillas regulares, también de mano. Tamales, te los hago también. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of all the things that I come with, and I have a lot to offer. At the same time, I also wish like I was able to be a kid, so I was able to do that with my kids.
Aww.
So I told my daughter, she's 19 now, and I would tell her like, and just be a kid. I love her like you wouldn't believe. She's my rock, and she is me number 2.
Mm-hmm.
It comes out of her to help me, things like that. She's so kind-hearted, and so for her, I wanted her to experience like things at school, go to prom, go to dance, go to this, go that, go out with your friends, go to the mall, go to the movies, go do that. And she would say, Mom, you always want me to do things that you used to do. I go, actually, I'm letting you know that I'm telling you go because I didn't get to do that.
Yeah.
I had to take care of my brother and make sure that everything was done at the house. And so my only me time was when I went to school. So I would cut school to go to the mall to do things. And then school was over, I better be home.
Yeah.
So I did things in the middle.
Yo, that's a 3rd chapter right here.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm very, very proud of where I come from.
I think that's what we are because of everything that we went through, like good or bad, doesn't matter. That's why I brought it, because one thing that I love from you is your energy, the way that you treat us. Like it was the end of the day and you were like fresh like lettuce, and your coquetas is like, okay, she's there. That's who we are. No, I think that's beautiful, and I'm very, very proud to be a Latina and to know that we are here and we're taking over.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, I feel that our generation, we're such hustlers and hardworking. If you were to tell me, oh, I need this, I need that, I'll get it done. I'll get it done. If I still worked in corporate America, I would not sit there and say, oh no, I don't get paid to do that. Exactly. I would just do it, you know. Especially nowadays, a lot of people are losing their jobs because they don't want to do something. You get replaced just like that. Doesn't matter, you know. And even in our generation, we got replaced really quickly, but it took them longer because we're willing to do the job. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, Latinos are everywhere.
Yeah, beautiful. Is there anything that you would like to add? Any advice for future generations in the beauty industry?
In the beauty industry, this is a very testing industry. It is very catty industry. And if you're nice to other people and you build your relationships, you will get very far and you will grow a lot faster, because building those relationships will help with the word of mouth and referrals that way. Be genuine, be yourself, and just be helpful too. Yeah.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. I really appreciate the time that you gave me. Honestly, I hope this video gets to the end for everybody that watched it, because and then if they get to see you in person, she was very nice with me. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be nice to you too if you ask her to come in. Are you still taking clients?
Yes, I'm taking clients all the time. Yep.
All her information is gonna be on the bottom of the video. You feel free to contact her. I think, right, through Instagram is good.
Instagram is fine. Yeah. That's fine.
And again, muchísimas gracias, de verdad. Disfruté mucho la plática, lo sentí bien rico. Gracias por llegar hasta el final. Nos vemos la siguiente semana, ¿ok? Beso. ¿Cómo quedó?